Secretary of Agriculture Mike Naig is making the rounds to county fairs throughout Iowa ahead of the state fair.
Well, this is part of a big stretch that I'm making through southern Iowa today and this week, and so we're visiting 16 counties and doing several county fairs. And so today, starting the day in Davis County, a wonderful fair here. We even had a little bit of rain this morning, just a little bit.
One of his duties as secretary is being a member of the Iowa State Fair Board, and many of the fairs he will visit are the home county fairs of other board members. But his goal is to speak to the everyday local farmers about their concerns and thoughts. One varying concern is levels of rain throughout Iowa.
Well, that's absolutely the case. This year has been a tremendous variability of rainfall in the state of Iowa. Down here, Davis County is one of the, I don't have to tell folks down here, Davis County is one of the driest parts of the state. Below average rainfall, something like 8 inches below the average. Then you go up to northern Iowa, close to where I'm from in Palo Alto County, and we've seen 13 inches above average. And so really a tale of a lot of variability from north to south, and unfortunately we know down here that this dryness is also on top of dryness last year.
Naig says the Department of Agriculture and local farmers need to work together to find solutions.
I think one, it's weather variability is something that producers deal with every year, and but we know that it looks like we will need to provide some assistance here, to livestock producers, and as things progress here, I think the USDA is certainly looking at and watching, the conditions and the criteria down here to see if a disaster declaration is in order, and so we're watching that very closely too, working with USDA on that.
The county fairs hold a special place for Secretary Naig and his family. He said he loved the livestock shows.
For me, it brings back great memories of when I was showing, and my brother and sisters and I showing back in Palo Alto County brings back great memories. So I just love being out and being around and seeing what's unique about the different fairs. And boy, Davis County's got a lot to be proud of here.
Despite the fun of busy traveling in the summer, Naig and the USDA are still trying to make progress with larger issues.
The trade and concerns around tariffs and the impact of tariffs on our markets is very much top of mind for folks, and we've seen a 20% decrease in corn and soybean prices over the last 7 weeks or so, and obviously that is hurting our producers. It's hurting the farmers, it's hurting the businesses that support them and the communities that surround them. And so what we've been working on is making sure that we are urging the administration to move quickly to try to resolve both the issues with China, but also to get us a NAFTA agreement with Canada and Mexico that are such important markets for Iowa producers. So we need some certainty here in our markets, and that's what we're hearing from folks and what we're trying to advocate for.
He remains open to discussion on concerns big and small, but knows he can't be everywhere at once. Naig wants people to know there are channels to go through in order to be heard. For drought, he says to speak to the local farm service agencies, but there are other concerns he is already helping with.
In terms of markets, we're working hard to every day to try to advocate for Iowa producers and Iowa businesses, and again trying to bring some certainty to this market.
Davis County was the first stop on Thursday, but the 9th stop since he and his team began their trek. Naig will be up for election in November, but plans to do as much as he can in the time he has, with high hopes of being named the official Secretary of Agriculture on November 6th. For Atoma Radio, I'm Erin Frazier.